Hello, Year 6. Miss Maricel is back. How are you today? Okay, this will be a continuation of our lesson. Yes, last time I discussed about rounding to the nearest 10 and also rounding to the nearest 100. This time, we are going to learn rounding numbers to the nearest 1,000. We are going to apply the same rules, okay? But I'm just going to tell you the objectives. Now, so in this lesson, you should know how to round 4 to 6 digit numbers or larger number to the nearest 1,000 and solve problems by rounding numbers to the nearest 1,000. Let's apply also the rules in rounding numbers to the nearest 1,000 that we use in rounding to the nearest 100. First thing is, if we focus, when we are rounding to the nearest 1,000, we're going to focus in the hundreds place. This time, you're going to focus in the 1,000 place. So, first thing, you're going to look at the 1,000 place digit. You can circle it or just do it mentally. Then, you have to check the digit in the hundreds place, whether it is 4 or less. And if it's 4 or less, just ignore it. Keep the same number in the thousands place, and you have to change the hundreds into 0. Or if it is 5 or more, it can be 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 and 9. You have to add one more to the thousands place digit. Then what we are going to do, the hundreds, tens, units. Just cross it out and change to 0. Now let's apply our rules. Example. How we are going to round this 27,853 to the nearest 1,000. So as the rule says, focus on the thousands place, which is the digit in the 1,000 is 7. So mark it down, then circle it. Then you have to check the hundreds digit, which is 8. Now, 8 is 5 or more or 4 or less. It is 5 or more. Therefore, as we say, if it's 5 or more, you have to add 1 to the thousands place. And what will happen in the hundred place? You have to cross it out and replace it to 0 and add 1 to the digit of the thousands. And then, how about the tens and units? Just cross it out and change it to zeros. So what is the answer? What will be 27,853 rounded to the nearest 1,000? So it will be, you have to, now 7 plus 1 is 8. Then you have to write 3 zeros. So 27,853 rounded to the nearest 1,000 is 28,000. Okay, let's move to the next example. I have here 306,215. Let's round to the nearest 1,000. So as I said, focus on the thousands place and check the digit in the thousands place. And it is the 6. Okay? Then you have to check the hundred place. You have to decide, is 2, 4 or more, 4 or less, or 5 or more? Yes, it is 4 or less, therefore just ignore it. Keep 6 the same as it is, and 2, 1, 5, we will just cross them out and change to 0. So now 306,215 rounded to the nearest 1,000 is 306,000. Okay? I will give more example. So how about if I have 462, round to the nearest thousand. So we still apply. Maybe you are thinking, I have only 3 digits. I don't have thousand. So if you don't have thousand, still you're going to focus on the thousand place. Since you don't have, you can just write 0 so that you won't be confused. Or you think 462 is closer to 0 or into the thousand. But let's check. Okay? So now, then after you have added 0, you can check your hundred place. Is it 4 or less? It's less. So just cross this all out and then change to 0. Therefore, 462 rounded to the nearest thousand is 0. And anyway, don't forget, 462 is closer to 0 than closer to 1000. Another example. How about if I have also, you will say 82. Now think about it. This is 0 and this is 1000. Okay? 82 is closer to 0 or in the thousand place. In the thousand, of course, it's 82 is in here. So this will be 0. Okay? Last example. How about if I have 8, 1, 1. So focus on the thousand, which is 9. And then you have to think of the 8. Is it 5 or more? It is 5 or more. Therefore, we are going to add 1 in the 8,000. And this will become 0. Okay? So let's write the answer. Let's bring down the 0 here. Let's bring down the 0 here. Let's bring down the 0 here. And then, comma, 9 plus 1 is 10. Remember, 10, you have to carry. You have to regroup. So you have to write 0 here. Carry 1, 8, 6,000. Okay, million, I mean. So now, 7,679,811 rounded to the nearest thousand, it became 7,680,000. Okay, so keep that in your mind. Okay, now let's move to the next example. Let's answer this one. Rewrite its number rounded to the nearest thousand. Okay, we have here 1,567. So as I said, let's check the thousand and then the 100. So 100 is 5, so it's 5 or more. So we are going to add 1 to the 1,000 and this will be all zeros. So the answer will be, so 1 plus 1 is 2,000. Okay, then let's go to the next question. So this one is, let's see the 1,000, which is 1, and then the 100 is 0. Therefore, it's very clear that the answer in letter E is 91,000. Let's move on. Okay, so we are in B. We have the 1,000, which is 5, and we have the 100, which is 6. And it is 5 or more, so we are going to add in the 1,000, and all this one will be cancelled and changed to 0. Therefore, 5 plus 1 is 6, so the answer is 6,000. How about this? Our 1,000 is 6, and then 0, it's automatically, then this is cancelled, so it will be 6,000. Next question. Okay, before you can try it, pause it, and you have to check your answer. Okay, so you can try CDGH to practice, and you can try and check your answer later. Now you can pause your video. Okay, so let's see, check your answer. So 1,000 here and then 0, and then this will be cancelled. Therefore, the answer is still 53,000. Are you correct? Now let's move here. So this is the 1,000 and this is again 2, which is 4 or less. Therefore, let's cancel that one. So the 1,000 will still the same, 567,000. Letter D. So we don't have 1,000, so we know already that this is 0, so this is cancelled. And 5, you have to add 1 in the 1,000, and this will be all 0. So 567 rounded to the nearest 1,000 is 1,000. The last question. So let's check the 1,000 place, which is the digit is 6, and then the 100 place is 9. So it is 5 or more. We have to add 1 in the 1,000, and this will be all 0. Therefore, 347,000. Is that clear? Can you do it now? Okay. Let's go to the next question. Okay, this is the last one. Let's try to solve this question. Ahmad round 563,247 to the nearest 10, 100, and 1,000. Let's complete the table to show Ahmad's answer. So before previously, you have done rounding to the nearest 10, rounding to the nearest 100, and rounding to the nearest 1,000. Let's round this one in all this. So let's start what did I say? When we are rounding to the nearest 10, let's focus only in here. So this is the 10, and this is the unit. So unit is 7. So it is 5 or more. Therefore, we are going to add 1 to the 10th place. So the answer will be 563,250. Let's go to the nearest 100. So this is the 100 place. So this one will be cancelled. So 4 is less than 4 or less. Therefore, we are going to keep the same. So this will be 0. So it will be 563,200. Then let's check the 1,000. So this is the 1,000. So this will be cancelled. And let's think about 2. Is 2 4 or more, 4 or less, or 5 or more? It is 4 or less. Therefore, this one will just be cancelled, and 3 will remain the same. So the answer rounding to the nearest 1,000 is 563,000. Okay? I hope you understand my explanation, and see you next time. Bye.